I think the most underrated tool that people have with them all the time, and you should always use. So I guess the biggest tips that I would give for if you're going to be out exploring around by yourself is always tell someone where you're at, even if it's just having a map and dropping a pin, like a shared map, and telling people to check in daily. Like, I don't care what mode it is, but make sure someone always knows where you are, where you started. If you know how long you're going to be out or have an idea, tell them, let them know what time they need to check in. Oftentimes I'm kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to go out. So my emergency contacts are pretty used to that, but if they haven't heard from me by the end of the day, they check in. A few times I've forgotten to check in, and that was my bad, and I scared some people. Second thing is have a good app, a GPS enabled app on your phone, at least in multiples. I use Gaia. I love Gaia. All trails I haven't found to be that useful. It's great for finding trailheads, but not so much for mapping. Trail Forks has been outstanding out here for finding trails because it shows a lot of mountain bike trails that apps like Gaia does not have. Also have a paper map if you can. I don't always have a paper map of the areas that I'm at, but if I'm planning a big trip, like a multi-day trip, or I'm going to be in an area for a long time, I get a paper map and I carry that with me. Put it in a plastic bag, Ziploc freezer bag, so if it gets wet, if your bladder or water in your pack explodes, it's not going to ruin it. It's very important. Obviously the 10 essentials, not going to go over the 10 essentials, but do have those. I carry them with me. Anything over 3 miles, I always have the 10 essentials. And if it's 3 miles in an area that I'm not familiar with, I carry everything. I've had friends laugh at me because of how much stuff I will carry just in case. And I also highly recommend having some sort of a portable charger with you. I have just a small Goal Zero charger. It's really tiny, it's like a couple ounces. And I keep that charged up and in my pack, and that way if something happens and I need to charge my phone, I can. So those are the big things. Tell someone where you're at. Always, always tell someone where you're at. Make sure you have GPS or a map, understand where you're at, and have the 10 essentials with you. Okay, I think this is where we want to be. Yeah, down that trail. We came from that way. This is the All Trail, or no, this is the Trail Forks app. It's been the best for me out here, for sure. Lots of options. I'm at like a 4-way intersection here. So we're gonna go down there, and then a little bit that way, and then we'll see how we feel. I've never been this way, so we'll see. We'll be leashing snow back up because it's a way that we've never been. Huh, bub? Yeah. I think the most underrated tool that people have with them all the time, and you should always use, is your gut. Go with your gut. If you plan something, you spent days, weeks, I don't even care if it's years planning something, and you get to a trailhead and something feels wrong, trail isn't what you were expecting it to be. Weather's not right. You're not feeling like you can accomplish what you did or what you planned. If you're not feeling like you're in the best health to be able to complete this task safely, just don't do it. Pick something else. Like, there have been many times that I've been out and just needed to go with my gut. Turned around because I wasn't sure where I was going. There's so many trails that are not on maps, and it's so easy if you're not familiar with the area and haven't looked at a map before to accidentally just go off on a social trail and end up miles away from where you thought you were supposed to be. I've done that. It's not cool. It's not fun backtracking and stressing about if you have enough water and food, and did you actually bring all your 10 essentials, and does anyone know where you're at? So go with your gut and don't be afraid to be afraid. There's a reason we have fear. Without fear, you know, we wouldn't learn and we wouldn't do that research. So, man, and on another note, this trail is freaking cool. Just went down in the valley and man, it's awesome. Let's go. Oh, snow is having fun. Woo. Oh man. Keep up. Let's go. You know what I think is the best part about exploring these places by myself? Well, just the snow. Is I've only been out here for like 45 minutes and I've already changed my mind like 4 times of where we want to go and what trails. One, that's how many options that are here, which is just outstanding. And 2, like, snow doesn't care if I change my mind. I don't have to worry about anyone else. Like, take care of myself, take care of my dog. I've got 2 liters of water, I've got food, I've got the 10 essentials. We're just out here to have fun. Let's go up. Good boy. Yeah. I'm coming. Crossroad again, already 3 miles in, and I decided I wanted to take this super fun looking squirrely trail that's 2 miles long to the next connector. So that means that our total miles today will be a minimum of 7 or 8 miles with options to lengthen out depending on how we're feeling at the next connector. That's another amazing thing about this area. So many options. Depending on how you're feeling, you can just keep going or take a different trail. I love it. See, this is what I'm talking about trail confusion. So we just came in from there. No, don't drink that, Pope. No. Come on, I'll get you water. We came in from there and it came up this rock. Doo-doo-doo. And then it looked like the trail was here. And this just circles around. So apparently the trail comes from there and then it goes along the rock, goes over there, around that tree and circles back, because this is a mountain bike trail that I'm on, so it's made more for obviously people on mountain bikes. And then it comes up here and then there's a little trail sign. But I literally just like walked in a whole circle. Like, I was just like walking in circles going, wow, where's this trail go? I don't understand. So, but I knew that this trail was super squirrely and I had a map with me and knew it was gonna get really close, like backtrack on itself quite a bit, so I knew the trail was gonna go somewhere. Yeah, well, here we are, apparently. Micro Moab. Cool. This is fun. Well, this is fun. You gonna make it? Can you do it? Oh, hang on, I gotta unhook you. Wait. Oh my god, if I had to bike over this, I'd be freaked out. No, thank you. Look at all this green. Man. I kept wondering what the cows are eating. So much green down here. It's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. We found a nice shady spot to take a little break. I'm gonna have a snack. We're about 4.5 miles in, so not far, but it's nice and warm, but not too hot, and yeah, need to refuel so we don't bonk. Not a bad place for a break. Another tip I have for you is if you're not out there by yourself and you're with other people or another person, don't rely on them for all of your information. Do your own research. There were many times that I was out with somebody else who was an expert outdoors person, and I didn't do my research because I just trusted them. And there were times when we'd be miles and miles and miles back in the backcountry, and you know, if that person had like fallen and conked their head and gone unconscious, I wouldn't have been confident to be able to run out and get help, or known where to tell someone where that person was if they were injured, and that's just not safe. So just because you're with someone who might be an expert and tells you, oh, don't worry about it, I got it covered, at least look at a map, like get yourself familiar with the terrain, have your own gear, have your own water and food and your own 10 essentials. Even if that other person has everything, you should have your own just in case. You never know what's going to happen. And it's always best to be prepared as if you're going to be by yourself, even if you're not by yourself. Look at that, y'all. Real life cowboys. Pretty cool. We're gonna go this way. Diamondback. Alright. Okay, we're gonna reach. I think snow is loving the trails even more than me today. These views, just like crap, man. We got a big cow here, so it's another tip. Another tip would be do your research about what creatures you might come across. Like, I came across these longhorns the first time. I didn't Google what to do if I saw a cow. Like, I know what to do if I see a bear or a snake or whatever. There's no snakes this time of year. They're all sleeping. But what the heck do I do if I see one of these? They're huge and scary. Turns out they're harmless. And I end up being more concerned that I'm going to scare them. But do your research. Know what you might come across. And if you're not sure what animals you're going to come across, always have your dog on a leash. It's funny because Snow was off leash. I got that gut feeling, kind of weird. I was like, I think I need to put him on a leash right now. Literally went around the corner and there was the cows. So follow your gut, y'all. On top of that cactus is a falcon, and on that bush is another one. I don't think you can see it, but They just flew by and stopped right there. Come on, Bubba. I was kind of worried they were going to try to dive bomb. No. Hi. You're beautiful. Wow. It'd be cool if he flew. I wish I'd had the camera on when he was flying. I'm a little worried. I don't really want him dive bombing me. There's two of them. Let's try not dive bombing. Come on. Let's be nice and loud and not hurt a nest if it's around and not get, oh, look at that. Hi, beautiful. Wow. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm not gonna push my luck. I have friends that have been dive bombed by owls and hawks. I don't know how hawks are in the desert. Wow. Whew, okay, that was fun. Right. Oh, I'm very excited about this beer and this sandwich. You know, one thing I forgot to mention is don't let the gear stop you from going out and enjoying your surroundings. Like if you aren't able to get a pack with a bladder and water bottles, like carry a regular water bottle with you. Like you just don't go as far, don't run as much. If you don't have a GPS collar for your dog, just don't ever let your dog off its leash. You know, you don't need fancy stuff and all the gear to be able to get out there and do these things and to see these places. Just know where you're at, look at a map, tell someone where you're at, and be safe. If something doesn't feel right, go with your gut. I mean, that's really the key to getting out there, is just be safe with what you have. So if I didn't have my GPS collar on my dog, he wouldn't have been off his leash. If I didn't have my big bladder with 2 liters of water in it, I probably wouldn't have gone as far today. You know, there's things like that, but I certainly still would have been able to go out and have an incredible time and see these amazing views and just get out there and enjoy this world that we have the privilege to experience. Cheers. I am done for the day. Gonna be drinking this white chocolate ale. It literally tastes like white chocolate, y'all. It's a low ABV beer, but oh man, it's so good. I discovered it in the Mesa area. And my wrap. And Snow will get his food a little later. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to subscribe. See you later.